So I'm here today to say for all Chicagoans who work hard to take care of their families, no more cuts. Yes to jobs.
I'm Henry Williams, and we're out here to fight against Medicare and Medicaid cutbacks.
Hey, Chicago, this is the Blues Brothers coming to make sure that we're on a mission from God for jobs, not cuts. Medicaid funds, people with disabilities being able to have personal attendance. And when personal attendance can't work, then the economy goes downhill. So that's why we're here to fight for jobs, not cuts, especially to Medicaid. We're on a mission.
I am here to protest for jobs and employment for people with disabilities.
We want jobs. We want education. We want medical. And we want homes. We need them. We need protection.
And the rest of us being left absolutely without a voice and without any productive work to do. When we look around, the mayor has a jobs program. The jobs is casinos and prisons. That's ridiculous. What we need is real work. Work where we rebuild this country, reclaim the land, reclaim the homes, rebuild the homes, education, care for the elderly. That's why I'm here. I have a whole range of grievances. Student debt is another one. This is the next bubble. The fact that students have tens of thousands of dollars of debt is an outrage. So this is a very important movement, and it's really shifted the discussion. I'm all for it.
We're fighting the cuts to Medicaid, proposed cuts to Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security. The so-called super committee in Washington is putting together reforms on the national budget that would last for 10 years. And the conservatives who all sit on that super committee want to reduce access to Social Security. They want to cut Medicaid and Medicare programs, which are all vital to people with disabilities. We also had members of Disabled Americans Want Work Now involved. We became involved with the Occupy Wall Street movement. They really helped to spearhead these actions yesterday. And here in Chicago, we had a coalition of not only Occupy Chicago, but organizations like Jobs with Justice, Stand Up Chicago, some of the unions, SEIU in particular.
What's that, SI?
The Service Employees International Union. And of course, I think we should be very excited that these organizations, these coalitions are reaching out to include people with disabilities.
Well, seniors were there too, weren't they?
Seniors were there. Jane Addams Caucus, Senior Caucus was there. So it was a totally broad segment of the community.
Well, ADAPT and Chicago ADAPT and National ADAPT has gone to Washington many times. They've tried to get the attention. Senator McCain, of Representative from Wisconsin, what was his name?
Ryan.
Ryan, right, about their drastic changing of Medicare, and they wouldn't pay it any attention whatsoever. Now that we've got this Occupy Wall Street group with us, it should get their attention, don't you think?
Well, I think so. I think the conservative right-wing establishment in Washington and the money influence that's helping to direct them is trying to impose austerity programs on the American people. Austerity programs which are totally unnecessary. This country is not falling apart economically. We have tremendous wealth in this country, except that the 1% owns a majority of that wealth. And this is why the Occupy Wall Street has been organized, and they call themselves the 99 percenters. We are part of that 99 percenters. And I think that helps us to bring our issues out, not only regarding getting people out of institutions like nursing homes, but also the need for health care services, the need for a single payer system that provides complete access to people with disabilities. And if we had a single payer system, it would provide health care to everyone. That's an important human right. I think most other countries in the world recognize that as a human right, but this country is still far behind because of the interest of the few, the capitalists who own most of the corporations. And
Yeah, there's no austerity for them.
not at all.
No.
There's some might say that they're very well protected. As a matter of fact, they depend on government for bailouts. So they don't believe in socialism, but they have a welfare state for themselves.
Right.
Welfare state for the wealthy. But I think they will begin to listen the more that we organize and get people on the streets. And this is happening not only in the United States, but all over the world. We see what happens in Greece and Italy and Spain. It actually started there. The people in those countries said they were not going to accept austerity programs from their governments, and they fought the bailouts, and it's part of a whole worldwide economic crisis that's within this globalist, capitalist globalist structure.
All right, very good. We thank you very much, and we finally got a lot of coverage on the mainstream media for once.
Yes, and we need to see more of it.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Renee.
Well, thank you, Will.